Hello and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I think we're in for a real treat today because overnight we received an email which had attached to it a brand new puzzle by the Dutch Grand Master of Sudoku, Ard van de Wetering. And Mark had a look at it this morning and said it's classic Ard fare, which basically means it will be incredibly popular. And I'm going to have a go at it straight away for you this afternoon. I will say, we had some explosions in the background when I recorded the other day. There were more explosions outside for a different reason today. It's thunder and lightning. We've had no rain for months here in Surrey, but it suddenly decided to come down about 20 minutes ago. So I've waited a little while, but I think I am going to have to start the video in the interest of making sure that there aren't any problems later, and we do get a video at 8:30 this evening. So forgive me if there is the sound of thunder in the background. There's little I can do about it. Anyway, why is it exciting to do an Ard puzzle? Well, basically, Ard's puzzles have been the puzzles that we've solved in the most popular videos that we've made on Cracking the Cryptic over the years. So I think the Sudoku that featured in a video we called A Sudoku with Only 4 Given Digits, that has been viewed, I want to say 9.5 million times. And many of other. Basically, when Ard makes a puzzle, it quite often gets 1 million views. It's extraordinary, and it's a testament to what he's able to do, because his puzzles, they never have very long rule sets. They normally either have standard rule sets or a slight twist. This one's got a slight twist again today, but the logic involved in solving them it's never brutal logic. It's just logic that always makes you feel, when you get to the end of the puzzle, slightly proud, I suppose. You sort of get a warm feeling, like you've done something good with your day, and that you can give your brain praise. And we all know the battles we face with our brains. Our brains are recalcitrant, and they often don't do what we want them to do. But when you finish solving an Ard puzzle, you sort of want to reward your brain and say, well done brain. Lightning has struck, literally. And you did manage to solve the puzzle. So this, I'm hoping, is what we're going to experience today with a puzzle called Stepped Thermos. And I will read you the rules in a moment or two's time. Actually, the first thing not on the subject of this puzzle I wanted to mention is yesterday's puzzle, which was called Square of Squares by Michael Lefkowitz. And lots of you are saying in the comments this is one of your favourite puzzles we've ever featured on the channel. I think we called the video, Is This a Sudoku? And that is an interesting question. It is a fascinating idea behind this one. It's an incredible construction, more of a discovery, a bit in the mould of Miracle Sudokus, if you've ever watched any of our videos involving those puzzles, but well worth your puzzling time. So if you have a few minutes to spare, check out Square of Squares by Michael Lefkowitz. You will enjoy that one. Now, what else? Well, over on Patreon, our monthly competition for the month of May has now closed. So very well done to the over 1,000 people who've solved all of the puzzles. That is just phenomenal. We haven't drawn the winner yet. We will do that in the next couple of days. But I can tell you that at the start of June we have something very special coming up, which is going to be a Sudoku hunt by yttrio. And it features not only the puzzles of yttrio, and if you go to Logic Masters Germany and look at yttrio's puzzles, they're all at 100%. An extraordinary constructor. There's also a story. I mean, this is going to be terrific. So I look forward to that. We are closing in fast, I suppose, on the 1st of June. And the only other thing I wanted to tell you about before we kick off and solve Ard's puzzle is some birthdays that we've got today. Let me look at my list. We'll start off with Catalina. Catalina, you've turned 11 today. And I know this because your dad, Kevin, wrote to us and said that you were a fan of the channel. That's absolutely brilliant, Catalina. And I hear you're an even bigger fan of chocolate cake, and that I totally understand the ordering there. And I hope, Catalina, that today is filled with a suitably iced chocolate cake, i.e. very heavily iced, and you have a brilliant, brilliant 11th birthday. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Now, next birthday is Avni. Avni over there in India. Avni, you've turned 21 today. And I was tickled and a bit nostalgic to read that the channel brought back memories of you solving Sudoku with your grandmother. I think for so many of us, you know, puzzles have that connotation. I remember being taught how to solve cryptic crosswords by my aunt way back. I don't know how old I'd have been, but it was quite small. Yeah, and they're fond memories indeed. So Avni, thank you for writing in, and I hope you have a brilliant 21st birthday today with chocolate cake. Thunder is a go-go. Next birthday, I think in Brussels. I hope I've got the city correct. Myra, it's your birthday, and I know this because your friend Jerome wrote to us. And incredibly, Myra is blind and still follows the channel by listening and interpreting, you know, what I'm saying, and is able to follow the videos that way. That is so extraordinary. And Myra, I'm going to make a concerted effort. I'm sorry I've never thought about doing this before, but I understand completely the need for it, especially in my crossword videos on Fridays. I'm going to try to remember to give the enumerations for the answers, because I can totally see that if you're listening to a clue and you don't know whether it's 4, 5 or 6 letters long, you know, that's a big issue. So I'm going to try and remember when I read the clues to also give the answer lengths, and I hope that makes those videos easier to follow for all the blind listeners who may be following the channel. And Myra, I hope you have an absolutely brilliant birthday today. And then finally, Shane, you turned 25 today. And I know this because your girlfriend Katie wrote to us and said that you not only watch, but you also solve. And, well, what a lovely thing to do that is. And Shane, I hope you have a brilliant birthday today. And I hope Katie has sorted you out some absolutely wonderful and heavily iced cake. Now, with all that said and done, let us turn our attention to doing some solving and have a look at Stepped Thermos by the great Ard van der Wetering. The rules are as follows. We've got, oh, I've got the wrong glasses on. That's awful. Not surprising I can't see properly. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, these are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Then we've got along a thermometer, digits must increase from the bulb end. So if this square here is a 2, this square here has to be higher than 2. It doesn't have to be 3. You can miss out digits along thermometers. So, although not many digits, it turns out on this one. But that is a legitimate way of filling a Sudoku thermometer. So just as in real-life thermometers, mercury rises as the temperature rises, so along Sudoku thermometers, digits must rise from the bulb end. Now, here's the twist to this one. It's got a funny final rule. It says, any horizontal or vertical threesome within a 3x3 box must not consist of 3 consecutive digits in some order. So, let's look at those cells and those cells, for example. Imagine this was a 2. Then these cells could not be a 1-3 pair in some order, because 1, 2 and 3 are consecutive, or a 3-4 pair in some order, because 2, 3 and 4 are consecutive. And if this square was, say, 7, then these ones couldn't be 8 and 9, because 7, 8, 9 is consecutive. They couldn't be 8 and 6, because 6, 7, 8 is consecutive. And they couldn't be They couldn't be 5, 6, 7 either, could they? So hang on, why were there... I was thinking, why are there 3 things this can't be, and there are only 2 things that couldn't be? But I do understand, because this being 2, if this had been a 0, 1, 2 triple, then that would have been illegal as well. But 0 is not a Sudoku digit, so that does explain why there were three possible things ruled out by putting 7 in here, but only 2 possible things ruled out by putting 2 in there. Anyway, that's all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. And with that said and done, I know exactly what Mr. Goodliff would do here. How long are these thermos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all 6, are they? Right. Okay. So what Mark would do is label all the thermometers with all the options. What I will do is not that, if I can possibly help it. So there are different ways to attack thermometer Sudoku. I tend to like trying to think about things like where 1s and 9s go on the thermometers, because 1s are really restricted. If you want to put a 1 in any of these cells, it can only be in the bulb. Because if you try and put 1 halfway up the thermometer, the bulb becomes illegal. It's either 0 or negative. Similarly for 9, if you want to put 9 on a thermometer, it has to be at the end. And I find it a little bit easier to think about it in those ways, rather than, I mean, is the software going to... Yeah, so Sven's software is amazing. If you get a thermometer that's... If you get a situation where there's more than 1 thermometer of the same length in a puzzle, and you sort of click halfway along the thermometer, it will highlight all of the cells that are in that position on all of the thermos. So look, they're all the final cell of the 6-cell thermos. They're all the 5th cell of the 6-cell thermos. And what you could do is go... you could do this. I'm not going to do it. Well, I am doing it, but I'm going to delete it, because you can see that what you'll generate if you do that is an absolutely densely packed grid that your brain might look at and go, wow, that's what my brain would do. So I try not to do that. Sometimes you have to. But okay, one thing I can see here is that these digits have to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 in some order. And the reason for that is that none of these bulbs can be 5, because they're all length 6 thermos. If we make any of these bulbs 5, we'll run out of room by the time we get to the top of the thermo, because we'd go like this, and then the top digit would be too big. So these are 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that means one of them is a 4. And that means one of the thermometers emanating from the middle box is going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's not this one, is it? Because that can't be a 9, because we've actually got we've got 2 given digits, which I will no doubt now ignore, because I'm not used to being given any given digits. Yes, okay, so the top digit here on this thermo, it has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9, so it's only 6 or 8. And the reason it has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9, obviously, is it's a 6 cell along a thermometer, so it can't be less than that. And oh, I tell you what I haven't thought about yet, and that's the funny rule. Hang on a moment. Is that what we're meant to be thinking about? Oh, I'm not sure actually. I'm wondering whether that can be a 7. Because the funny rule means we can't have a consecutive triple there or there. And if that was 7, 5... Oh no, it's okay. I think it's okay. Yes, you can select these dominoes and create non-consecutive triples, I think. Imagine that's 6. Then obviously this now can't be 5 or 8, so it has to be 9. But these would be 5 and 8, and 5, 7, 8 is not a triple that's illegal. Ah, okay, sorry. I thought my naughty brain told me that there was going to be some issue there, but maybe that's wrong. So which one of these is the big thermo? That's going to end with 9, 8. 9 in the tip and 8 in the penultimate cell. One of these is 5. Oh no, that's wrong. Oh, sorry, I didn't pick the... I thought that was the second cell of that thermometer. That's most certainly not true. But all these don't see one another. It could be something like that, though, couldn't it? 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. That's quite interesting. So there is a 6 in one of those cells. Oh, 7 then. Maybe it's 7. Because 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we know that can't be the 7. No, actually that 7 doesn't reach across far enough, does it? Oh, Worried Ards found my kryptonite, and you have to pencil mark these thermometers. I really don't want to. 2, 3. Is it something to do with this one because of these given digits? It could well be. Maybe I have to pencil mark this one. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, but that would have to be 5 or 6. Ah, okay, that's it. Right, so I think we might have to make that a 4. Right, and sorry, this would have been easier to see if I had a pencil marked the thermometer. Let's just do that. Right, I think this is 2, 3, or 4. It can't be 5 because I think 5 makes this a 9. So I think that's 2, 3, 4. Then this is slightly bigger again. This is slightly bigger again. This is slightly bigger again. Now, look at these 3. They are not allowed by the funny old rule to be 5, 6, 7. So the only way of stopping them being 5, 6, 7 is to make this one a 4. So that is a 4, and that's huge actually, because now this thermo has to go sort of... the tide comes in and then washes back up the thermo and makes these digits all forced. So 4, 3, 2, 1. This square is now not 1 or 2. So this thermo is massive now because this is so small. So this square has got to be at least... Well, okay, this is very good, because now what is this cell? Now, in theory, from thermologic, it could, if that was 3, this could have been 4, but it can't be 4 by Sudoku. So it's now at least 5, but it can't be more than 5, because we've got to keep that final digit down. So I think all of that is now forced as well, which means this is now 6, this is 5, this is 2, this is 8, this is 1, and we've done box 7 out of absolutely nowhere. And that means his mouth writing checks his brain can't count. Can't. His brain can't afford. What does that mean? That's going to mean something. 5. 5. Where's 5 in box 1? That is a very legitimate question, because by Sudoku it's in one of those squares, but the funny rule means it can't go next to the 7 and the 6, so 5 goes in the corner. These squares are the low digits. They are 1, 2, 3 and 4, so these have got to be a 1, 2 pair. These have got to be a 3, 4 pair. So these Oh, I thought I'd broken it then. That's a 7-8 pair. But 5, 7 and 8 are not consecutive. That's fine. They're very nearly consecutive, but they're not consecutive. You know what? I wonder whether there is a case to be made. You see this triple, for example. I don't think that can be a naughty triple, but it sort of looks like it might be able to be. You know, if that's 2 and that's 3, it feels like it's trying to be a naughty triple. It's just not quite achieving it. So I'm almost interested in whether, you know, you could have a safe colour. You know, you could have a safe colour. See, that would be safe. This would be safe. And that way you wouldn't ever have to scan them again to see whether or not. I mean, obviously everything must be safe here because I filled it all in. That's safe. You could have a safe colour horizontally and a safe colour vertically, but this is probably just complicating the puzzle. Okay, I've got 1 here, so these aren't 1s. So all of these are now not able to be 6s anymore, are they? Because we've increased the bulb end, and the only way of getting a 6 on the end of a 6-length thermo is if the bulb end is a 1. So these are at least 7, and that one is not 7. That's got to be 8 or 9. Now, so perhaps this one, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8. So that's 6 or 8. It's just total kryptonite. You can't. You almost have to list all the options. Oh, come on, I'll do it then. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Now, is there some naughtiness I'm meant to appreciate here? I don't see it, actually. I'm sorry if I am missing, which I almost certainly am, an obvious point there. And this one, I suspect, is worse. Well, let's do it. So 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. That can't be 6, actually, because of this. So this is any number bigger than 6, but it can't be 2. Oh, it can't be 7, actually. Oh, this is forced, I think. I'm not sure about that. I don't really believe that, actually. I'm going to think that through again. I think I better think it out again. Right, what did I think? This has to be bigger than that. Oh, wait a second. Hang on, what about that digit? This can't be a 5 because that can't be bigger than it. Oh, that's much easier. Yeah, look at row 3. This can't be 5 because this can't be 6 or 7. Or 8 or 9, because we're going to really run out of room on the thermo. So this is 3, 4, and this is 5. Now these are not 5, so this is not 4 anymore, because this can't be big enough. Right, and what's going on up here? We've got 6. Yeah, I think this is 6. If it's 7, that has to be 8, which it can't be. So that is 6. This is 7. And that is 8 or 9. Okay, if this is 6, this is 4. So that's 3. And that's 2. And now I've got a 3. Oh, hang on. Not only have I got a 3, 4 pair here, but I've got 3 and 4 on a thermo. So I know the order of those. 3, 4, 4. Whoops. Don't type 5 if you mean to type 4, Simon. There are now 4 4s looking at box 8, and whenever you get 4 of a digit looking at a box, you can always fill that digit into the box. Right, this square is not 7, look, because of this. And that's going to mean... I don't know. It's probably going to mean something. I've completely and utterly lost track of the funny rule. We've got... Oh, that digit in the middle box is in one of those two. What do we do now? I don't know. Where is... Oh, there's a 4 there by Sudoku. This 4 sees that digit, so that's a 3. So that's a 4. There's a 4 in one of these two cells. 3 is in the corner, just by Sudoku. Look at those. They're pinching it up there. And that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. So this box now needs... Oh, yeah, okay. I'm just going to put this in because I've seen something to do with this square. This box has only got 1, 2, 8 and 9 to place, but look at that triple there. If this cell was selected from 8 or 9, that would be a 7, 8, 9 triple, which would be too naughty for words. So this has got to be 1 or 2. Oh, bah humbug. I don't know what that means. That can't be 2, because that would make a 2, 3, 4 triple. I don't think, I might regret saying this, but I don't think there's any other opportunities for triples in box 3. Where's 3 in box 4? I think it's there, just by, that's just Sudoku, look. 2 has got to be here in this column. 9 hasn't been placed in this column. Right, these cells are 1, 4 and 6. And that isn't 1, and that isn't 4. And let's check the options here. Oh, no. No. Okay, so this box is totally, it passes. You know, we've sort of done the test on it. We've run the Geiger counter over it, and it's not doing too many blips a second, so we're okay there. Where is... I don't know where to look now. Is it obvious? It might be. I don't know. I really don't know where to look, actually. Is this supposed to be in some way... Oh, row 2. We've got a lot of high digits in row 2. So I need 1, 2, 3 and 5. So this digit is restricted. That can't be 2 or 3. That's 1 or 5. 1, 2, 3 or 5 here. So what about those two? Can we do something with that? If... No. If that's 5 and that's 3, the digit we've got to avoid being there is a 4 to make that a triple, and already 4 is avoidable. If that's 5, that's 1, and there's no possibility of a triple. Oh, good grief. What is it there? Is it Sudoku that I'm not doing? Probably is. Okay, where's 2 in box 9? There is the answer. Where's 2 in box 3? There is the answer. Where's 2 in box 6? There is the answer. So we've got a whole flurry of 2s into the grid. And... oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. We're left with 2s here and 2s here, so we can't quite finish the 2s. Row 3 needs 1, 8 and 9. And I can see 1 is restricted from this position. And... Where's 9 in box 9? And I don't know the answer to that, but I can see it's in one of those 2 cells. So it's not there. And it's now in one of 2 cells in box 3 and 2 cells in box 2. But that can't be a naughty triple because it's got 4 involved in it. Oh, I suspect there's a way of resolving this thermo, is there? Is that what I have to do? If that was 6, that would be 5. And then this couldn't be 7. But it couldn't be 7 anyway. Every time you think you find one of these triples, it turns out that a digit you've already got doesn't actually, prevents there from being a problem. 2, 6, 9, 4. Oh, I'm so sorry. If you're all seeing this, I could well understand it. I'm being useless, aren't I? 1, what? No, 5, 6, 7, 9. I was looking at this row. I don't think there's anything clever there. Oh dear. Hang on, what's going on then? What are we meant to do? Is it going to be... Oh, what about... No, nearly. I was thinking about low digits in row 8. 1 and 3. So 3 has to be here, 1 has to be here. And that, of course, means that we can't put 2 into that triple because it would be a 1, 2, 3 triple. But the 2 here prevents that from ever being possible anyway. Okay, so 1 and 3 are in these cells, and that's not 3. So is that somehow relevant? And the answer is... Oh, actually that is 3. Sorry, I didn't see that. I've got lots of 3s already in the grid. In fact, let's do an audit of 3s. Where is 3 in box 2? One of 2 places, I think. Where's... Oh no, again, we're left with this funny sort of pattern. Where's 1 in column 8? One of 2 places. Where's 1 in column in box 4? One of 2 places. Have we got... Oh, we've hardly got any 1s in the grid. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, so what is it I'm meant to do now? Right, here's something we could think about. That digit is high, and that's going to be interesting, he says. Never talk to me at parties. That's going to be interesting, I think, in this row, isn't it? Because look, in this column, 1, 7, 8 and 9 are the plain vanilla options, but 1 is here. So this is 7, 8 or 9. And now... Remember this cross, these are all massive digits. Excuse the pencil marking, but just to make the point, they're all massive. So this is a quintuple of massiveness in row 5. So the digits we've not put in row 5 are 1 and 4. So that's 1 or 4. And this is 1 or 4. And that's jolly annoying because that doesn't actually seem to resolve anything. 5 and... Oh, yeah, okay, 5 and 6 in row 5 have to be in the middle box. And that means... Well, A, that means they're not there. But B, 7 now can't be here, can it? Because if 7 is here, it's a 5, 6, 7 triple, which is unacceptable. So 7 is vertical. Oh, this is very in... Oh, yes. So 7 is now very restricted in box 2. I really like that. I don't know if it's deliberately been set up that sort of comes into play then, but it feels like it might have been. And that is really, that's just lovely logic, isn't it? Oh, look, you've nearly got the same thing going on here. It doesn't quite work because this digit's massive. It can't be 1, 2, 3 or 4. In fact, I will just pencil mark it. It's 5, 6, 7 or 9. Ah, yeah. Well, I don't know if this works, but look here. This can't be 4, 5, 6. Because if it was, that would be too naughty. So that digit is 7 or 9. That must do so. Okay, the corner digit now is not 7, 8 or 9, because that would be a naughty triple. So that corner digit is either 1 or 5, or I was going to say 6, but it can't be 6 by Sudoku. It's 1 or 5 only. Oh, that's got to be interesting. Or maybe not. Oh dear. And whatever this is, this can never be a naughty triple. I actually do think, I wonder if at the start, if I'd gone horizontally and vertically, just labelling triples, when they couldn't possibly have been naughty, I think that might have been a sensible strategy. You know, things like this, you can just forget about the rule for a lot of the puzzle then. Yeah, you see, if this digit wasn't 1, that would be a quintuple. And then we'd need 1, 2 and 3 in the column. But if this is a 1, this is a 1, that's a 1. This is a 1 here. This would be an 8, 9. Oh. I don't think it's a problem. So instead of that, we will go to... Okay, that digit's massive as well, isn't it? Because remember, this column needed 1, 7, 8 and 9. And the 1 was here. So this is another big old digit. But that can, again, that could never be a naughty triple. Ah. Oh, I see. It's not the 1. It's not... Oh, this is... Ah. Okay, this is hard. This is hard all over. It's not the 1 here that you have to worry about. It's okay. It's 8 here. One of those is an 8. And how do I know that? Well, it's nothing to do with 8s. It's to do with 6s and 7s, which have been there for who knows how long. But look, that means 6 and 7 are in these squares. So what is not in those squares? 8. You can't put 8 up here because it would be 6, 7, 8. So 8 in this box is in these cells, along with its friend the 9. So those are 8, 9. Now this is a quintuple. This digit, though, is a 1. This is an 8, 9 pair. The corner digit is a 5. This is a 6. This is an 8. This is a 9. This is a 7. And we are rocking and rolling all of a sudden. This is 5 or 9. This is a 1. Okay, what about those squares then? 6 and 8. So these are 7 and 9. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's working. 8, 9. All your thermos belong to us. These squares are 1, 4, 5. If that's true, that's a 1. Looks right, doesn't it? By Sudoku, 1, 4, 5 go into the grid. So this is 1. This is 6. This is 6, this is 8. Suddenly the puzzle has just... It's giving up its secrets, isn't it? 4. This is not 9. there is a 7, 8, 9 triple in column 5, which means this is 5, so that's 9. That's 6 in the middle of the grid then. So what's that doing? Probably something. Oh yes, okay, look. 6 is in the middle and 7 is in here. So 8 can't be in here, or it would be a 6, 7, 8 triple. So the 9's got to be there. These squares have got to be 5, 8. This is what R does. He just takes an idea, and it's a strange concept, but it's just beautifully done. And the fact that you're still finding opportunities to use the rule and the late stages is just really impressive. Now, 1, 2, this can't be a 6 anymore. Right, so look, there's a 6, 7 pair now in box 2. So this is a 1 or a 2. And this square is 1, 2 or 3, I want to say. Oh, Maverick's just taken off. That's very brave of Maverick in this bad weather. Right, what do we need here? That's Maverick going full Maverick as well. 7, 8. These squares are 1, 3, 6. And that's not 3, look. And that's not 1. Okay, so it's going to be the funny rule. That cannot be 7, 8, 9, so it's not there. 2, 3, 4. Ah, there you go. If this was a 3, we would be broken, wouldn't we? Because that would be too naughty. So 1, 6, 3. 2, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1. 5, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6. That is just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful setting. Extraordinary from Ard. Is it? Oh, is it right? Yes, it is correct. And that is how to solve Stepped Thermos by the great Ard van der Wetering. What another! It's just another beautiful puzzle with a strange rule that makes you think differently. And when you get to the end of the puzzle, you are left with a warm feeling. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.